What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,400 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. So I want to give a shout out to my ATLians. You guys know Georgia is home for me. I love GA, ATL especially. So one of my favorite pastimes when I was in the city was going to the Salt Room. Not just any Salt Room, the Intown Salt Room here. Hey, Carrie.
Hey there, how are you? Good to talk to you.
Yes. I know it's been a minute, girl. It's just that everything's been happening. Life's been happening. So,
yes, life has been happening, to say the least.
Yes, but no, I was telling them, like, one of my favorite pastimes is actually going out there to Intown and just going for just a nice, just chill time in the Salt Room and the meditation rooms there at Intown. And for people that are unaware, Carrie, let them know, what is Intown Salt Room?
Yes, I love to describe Intown Salt Room as a place where you come in, relax, and breathe. And you walk away from the daily noise for 30 minutes and do just that. At the best, at the least, it's about relaxing and breathing. But Intown Salt Room, we offer 2 Himalayan salt room experiences. So you can choose from dry salt therapy or meditation with sound therapy. And so, when you come in and you do either of the experiences, you're not changing when you arrive. So you arrive with the clothes that you're wearing, and you're able then to go into your experience. You can take your shoes off if you'd like, but then you're in your experience for 30 minutes. And so that makes it really easy because we're spa-like, but we're not where you have to take, an hour or 2 hours or what have you to plan your day to be able to get away and escape. So I think, that's been working really well for us. But for people who don't know, what's dry salt therapy, because that's still a really big question. Dry salt therapy is where you are relaxing in a zero-gravity chair, listening to ocean wave music, and while you're in this private room for 30 minutes, you're naturally breathing in a pure dry salt mist that's brought into the air. So it's very relaxing, but very beneficial for the respiratory system because the dry salt is naturally anti-inflammatory. So that's what really helps open up the airways.
Yes, and what I love in particular about you guys is that I've been to many a salt cave, salt rooms throughout the years, Carrie, but with yours, like, I leave feeling refreshed. Like, I've literally I've turned my phone off, I've left it in my locker, and I've totally just let the day go. And there's something special about that dry salt room. I can't put my finger on it, but I just leave feeling even better.
Well, and in that room, there's 3 different types of the Himalayan salt. And so not only do you have the backlit Himalayan salt bricks that you're looking at, but you also have the chunkier Himalayan salt on the wall, but then the loose, smaller Himalayan salt on the ground. And so just alone with that amount of Himalayan salt in that room naturally is releasing what we call negative ions, which is what allows you to feel that calmness.
Yes. It is. It's just like you've stepped into just like another dimension of just another level of just relaxing and just, I can't even fully put it into words, but you get what I'm saying.
And I'm fortunate that I get to live it every day. So yes.
I'm like, you're the most carefree person, Carrie. I'm like, yes, I want to live like that. But yeah, so knowing just how awesome, you guys have a great situation there. When COVID hit, what kind of things did you have to kind of implement into just the daily activities?
Yeah, so luckily we have always had private rooms. So, like typical salt caves or other salt rooms that you may have been to and noticed, there may have been seating of 4, 6, or 8 people, in the room with you. And we've always been private. So our clients have always been able to be the one person in the room at the time of their session. So luckily, for us, it was really more about managing the schedule and the session times. So now, now that we're reopened back up, it's about when our clients are booking, when they come in, they're truly the only ones in the space as they're checking in and transitioning into their room. So there's no crossover or people in the space at the time when check-in or check-out, which is really important. So as people come in and they're wearing their face mask, getting settled into their room for their experience, then when I have them all set up and I close the door behind me, they're able to remove their masks and be able to breathe and really enjoy the experience without worrying, about other people in the space or in that room with them. So that's been really important for the safety of the clients that have been coming in, but also continuing to maintain all the sanitation practices that we have done and continue to do. So, of course, we wipe everything down in between or after every session. And then we also have added more disposable elements, such as disposable eye masks and blankets are now available upon request. So that's really been working out very well.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. And I know that you guys have just been, moving and shaking. Still, nothing's really slowing down for you, which is good. It's always good. But I heard about the Bathtime Salts. That sounds amazing.
Yes, my newest venture, Bathtime Salt. We launched that in June, and this is something that had been in the works a year ago. Kind of off and on. The inspiration really came from my daughters to create this brand, and so when we had a lot of downtime from March to June, it really prompted me to get everything ready and launched. So, Bathtime Salt is my newest brand, and it is 2 right now types of bath salts, one with Himalayan salt and one with Epsom salt. Each has its own purpose. Himalayan salt has a mixture of the Epsom salt and coconut milk powder, so really good for soothing the skin. And then the other is Epsom salt, Dead Sea salt, and organic oatmeal, which is also really good, not only for soothing the skin, but for just helping relax. So that was a lot of fun. My family and I have always been huge fans of salt baths, for when you need help getting to sleep and soothing skin. I have twin daughters who are 10. So, like way back when, even before I opened up the salt room, it was always, it's bath time, and then I'm in there mixing salts and getting their baths ready. And so, many varieties of bath salts are available, but it was really hard to find bath salts that were toxic-free and fragrance-free and universal for everyone in the household to use, because I was finding I was buying so many different types that, there was just a lot of different varieties for every one of us in the house. And so now, that's how really the idea of Bathtime Salts came, where it's more available for everyone in the house to use, whether you're an adult or a kid.
Gotcha. No, that's perfect. Perfect. And also, I've been hearing also about the sound bath class. So has that also been picking up too?
Yes. So we just had one this past weekend. And so once a month, we are now opening up the space where we are having a private sound bath experience. Danielle Hall is the one who leads that. And it's amazing. So we only allow 4 people in the class, in which everyone is seated in a zero-gravity chair, of course, distanced 6 feet apart. They are required to wear a mask during the experience, but at the same time, everyone has their own kind of corner of the room. And while you're relaxing in that zero-gravity chair, Danielle plays for an hour. And these sounds that come from her crystal bowls and the vibration with the Himalayan salt wall and the concrete in that room and the wood paneling is just amazing. And so we, just had our one this past weekend, and it was great. And you can tell people are just continuing to look for new ways to allow themselves to relax and de-stress. And so we're excited to be able to offer that, again, every month as a way for, people who are, like I said, just looking for new and different ways to be able to come in. It doesn't require it to be physical activity. Right. We're also used to thinking we have to do physical activity outside. And yes, so very relaxing, the sounds and the music, very healing. And everyone reacts differently, of course, but very relaxing. And afterwards, after the hour of this sound bath, then you get to go and enjoy the dry salt therapy. So you get to enjoy sitting in the room with all the salt and breathing in that pure, dry, salty air as an added bonus. So you're here like an hour and a half, which is amazing.
Yeah, that is awesome. Wow. So, Carrie, last but certainly not least, what do you say to the AT aliens that are out there that are struggling with the stress from this pandemic, from the social distancing stuff? What would you say to them today as far as coming and giving you guys a try, even if they just try one service or one new product that you have?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that for a lot of people, going to a salt room, is still very new and, like, what is it? And right. You have even said, once you come in and experience it and know what it is, you're like, oh my goodness, how have I not known about this? With that said, if someone is looking to be able to come into a safe space, to be able to relax, even if it's, either for 30 minutes or for 60 minutes to do both, know that, you are coming in, you are being taken care of, and you are simply being still and allowing your body to recline in a zero-gravity chair, allow yourself to listen to music, and just focus on your breath. And I think that's what is so hard these days, is that we can't even catch our own breath. And so to be able to do that, it's amazing to see when people do come in for the first time, how they don't think they're going to be able to stay still for like 5 minutes, much less 30. And honestly, after 30 minutes, I'm going in and I'm tapping them on the shoulder because they're asleep. They're asleep. And that's what, that's what so many of us need. And that's what our bodies are telling us, to be still and just allow yourself to relax and de-stress, and all of us react differently, but it's been amazing to see. And then also know that, that since the rooms are private, you can come in by yourself, or if you wanted to bring someone with you, which is also a lot of fun. 2 people can be seated in each room. And that oftentimes helps, with the newness of, okay, well, let's go discover this together. Yeah,
definitely. Carrie, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I can't wait to have you back when you are back nearby.
I gotta make my way on out there. I'm coming. I don't know when, but we're gonna make it happen.
Absolutely. I love hearing your voice. So good to hear you.
You're such a sweetheart. And let everyone know, Carrie, the best way to get in contact with you guys and your social media.
Oh, yes. I mean, please, our website's intownsaltroom.com, where you can easily schedule and find, if you're interested in finding a time to schedule, you can do that on our website. We're also on Instagram, Intown Salt Room, and also on Facebook. So, and then, of course, if anyone needs anything, just give us a call. So we're here.
Plan. Yes. Well, much more success, Carrie. 2020 and beyond. 2021 is going to be an even better year for us. We're claiming it. Yes. We are putting that out there. Yes, me too, also. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.